All right, Mr. Budweiser. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. And yourself?
I'm great.
All right. My name is Roberto, and I'm going to be your student physical therapist today. And so part of what we're going to do today is I'm going to ask you a couple questions, just kind of get a better idea of what brings you in today. And it's going to take about 15 minutes. And we just want to thank you for your time. And, hopefully we can get down to the bottom of it and then just kind of get you out of here and hopefully feel better.
Sounds good.
All right, so what is your first and last name?
I go by Jimbo Budweiser.
All right. Okay, and your age?
38.
Gotcha. And date of birth?
10/7/78.
Okay. Also, just a little bit forewarned. So I'm gonna be taking a couple notes, and I'm sorry if I take a little bit longer to keep up with you, but yeah, it's just to kind of fill out this form and get a better understanding.
Not a problem. All good.
Okay. And so, if I could ask you, what is it that you do for work?
I drive a backhoe.
Okay. All right. So I'm not entirely familiar with what that entails, but if you don't mind, just kind of.
So it's the big machines, the big yellow ones usually. They have the big crane on one side that you dig ditches with, and then on the other side they have the skid loader, just used to push all the dirt back in the hole.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big machine. It's kind of difficult getting in and out of it just because of how tall it is. Yeah, I've been having a couple of issues with that.
Okay. And so you feel pain just kind of coming up those stairs. All right. And how many stairs would you say are on there?
Oh, they're about half a dozen.
Okay. Yeah. No, it sounds like taxing work. Okay. And how long would you say your work day is?
It's about 8 hours. I work about 50 hours a week.
So yeah. Okay. So round the clock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how about what is it that you do for exercise?
I just got a home gym about 3 months ago, so I've been trying to work out a little bit in there, just get a little good sweat in.
Okay. And how often would you say that you exercise?
It's been kind of inconsistent, really, just because of work, and now this happened, and
No, it definitely throws a wrench in the gears. Okay. And do you feel like any kind of pain with weightlifting?
No, not really. No.
Okay. And how about any hobbies?
Oh, me and the boys enjoy drinking, going down to the bars, watching football. So, yeah, that's about the only hobby I have.
No, it's a great hobby to have. Just kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
The guys, I get that. Okay. All right. So, what brings me to my next question. So, just want to know what it is that brings you in today.
So my right knee has just been killing me for the past couple of weeks.
Okay. And how did you end up hurting yourself?
So I have some goats. One of them decided to ram my knee.
Wow.
Yeah. So that felt great.
Yeah. No, that's definitely not the kind of pain I would definitely want.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like unprovoked. Like, wow. No, that's unpredictable. Can't imagine those happening too often. And have you ever hurt your knee before or anything?
No.
No? Okay. And how might you describe your pain?
It's pretty dull and just kind of achy.
Okay. And so, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind that I put my hands, you just
Sure,
kind of get
go
a better understanding of the location. So would you say that, like, your pain is maybe like around here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so now I'm going to ask just about like how bad the pain might be. So on a scale of 0 being no pain at all, and the scale of 10 being like the worst pain ever, like take me to an emergency room right now, how would you describe your pain right now?
Right now it's about a 2. Just
Okay.
a little bit of pain.
All right. It's a little bit bearable. And how about at its best?
No, there are times where it's 0.
Awesome. Okay. And how about at its worst?
Probably 4.
Okay. All right. And you don't have any other kind of pain?
No, just this right knee. That's it.
Okay. All right. So, if you wouldn't mind looking right here. So, would this be the exact area that you feel your pain?
Yeah, Yep, that
would be
looks about
fair.
right.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, is there any specific activity that kind of makes your pain a little bit worse?
Oh, going up those steps and walking. Walking's kind of difficult. Hurts a little bit.
And so, you mentioned the steps on the backhoe. Now, do you have any steps that you would have to take, like, into your living environment? Or
Mhm.
how is your living
Yeah,
environment?
I've got 5 steps leading up to my trailer.
Okay.
So those are kind of hard at the end of the day.
Okay. And so, just to clarify, this is a 1-story trailer?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And how much walking would you say you do about a day? Like, how long?
Not a whole lot. Just getting from inside my house to my truck, from the truck to the backhoe, and then do it all again in reverse order.
And so, you're sitting down quite a bit, at least at work?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. All right. So, how about any kind of like treatment that maybe you do to kind of alleviate the pain? Just kind of.
Yeah, my doctor told me to ice it and to prop my knee up, so I've been doing that.
Great.
That seems to help a little bit.
Perfect.
I also took some medication that started with an M. I think it's called Motrin. I took
Okay.
that for about a week, and then I stopped taking that
Okay. And how often would you take that?
just once in the morning.
Okay. So, how about your pain in the morning? How does it feel like once you wake up?
It's a little stiff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do to just kind of?
I just start walking, moving around on it a little bit. It seems to loosen it up some.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, as your day progresses, how would you say the pain gets?
And it doesn't increase terribly, but by the end of the day, it's feeling about at a 4. It's hurting.
And how would you describe like your night pain?
Once I get it propped up and iced down, it's nothing.
All right.
But before I do that, it's hurt. That's whenever it's at the worst.
Yeah, no, the day takes a toll. Okay. So have you ever received any kind of other prior physical therapy treatment?
Nope.
No? So, or you're going to be your first time?
Mm.
All right. So, well, hopefully that we can give you a good enough experience where we don't have to have you again, but hopefully if the matter comes to it, you're comfortable with us. So, is there anything specific that, we could help you achieve?
I just want to get back to working as much as I can. I got this new project coming up. I get to make a camp trail in a state park, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Have you ever done any kind of camp trails on your own?
Yeah, I've done some here and there, but nothing to this extent.
That's real interesting. No, that's awesome. Okay. And so you had listed here, okay, Motrin. And you took that about once a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you stopped about a week ago?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, and it says here that you do consume alcohol. So how often would you say, and how many drinks per week?
Oh, I have about 4 drinks per week. Just hanging out with the fellas up at the local bar.
Awesome, yeah. No, that's a great way to just kind of relax and kick back a little bit. All right, and so how would you say your knee has been since you first injured it?
Hasn't really improved all that much, but it hasn't gotten worse, so I can't really complain all that much.
Yeah, no, I understand. All right, and so have you ever experienced any other kind of like trauma?
Yeah, I broke my collarbone back in high school, but
Oh wow.
yeah, that was a while ago.
All right. Was it related with sports?
Yeah, it's football.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more. That is just in the middle of a play, just kind of fell on it, or?
Yeah, I think I landed on my shoulder wrong.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. I know with athletics, it's always like the athlete wants to be on the field, so I understand. All right, and so So with the morning stiffness, you do have that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you just kind of move around, just kind of shake it off a little bit.
Just work it out.
All right. Okay. So after the ram hit, your goat hit your knee, how did your doctor kind of ask you to go get any kind of like X-ray or anything?
Yeah, I got an X-ray taken. They didn't really say much about it, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, no news is good news. All right. Okay. And it says here that you learn best through doing. So the reason we ask that is so that when we do give you treatment, we're trying to find out what works best for you. So is it maybe giving you a paper that has pictures that you could maybe translate into your own workout, or we could help demonstrate just some of those workouts and maybe work through it with you a little bit so that it could just directly like translate to your home exercise plan.
Yeah, I think I'd do well if y'all would demonstrate them with me or just do them with me. I
Perfect.
think that'd work well.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. And so, like I said, this is just to like cater more towards you and just make you feel, or at least get the best care possible.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And so part of what you want to get through is just to get rid of your knee pain and just kind of get back out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Okay. All right, Mr. Budweiser, then I think I have all that I need for right now. And I think now that we can just kind of move into our physical exam and we can just kind of understand a little bit more what's going on with you. So I appreciate you
Thank you, sir.
filling out this work, and let's get started.
Appreciate it.